Thanks for joining us here at 6:30. I'm Alex Dieter. We're joined with meteorologist Austin Evans, and as you can see behind us, we have got some winter weather heading our way.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on. I did check right before the show started, at least here in downtown Louisville. It's not landing as anything frozen. It's either melting or evaporating before it hits the ground. Right now, that might not be the case elsewhere, but I doubt anything is sticking. But here are the three things you need to know. We're going to be dealing with these rain showers, these mixed showers through the overnight hours tonight. Now, what is new? Weather impact alert day now for Monday evening and Tuesday, and we're going to get into why coming up in my 7-day forecast. We got falling temperatures tomorrow. Our high for tomorrow will happen probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. Here is our 4-box Trimark traffic camera, and there is some congestion near the Waterson at Brownsboro. Everywhere else moving smoothly. Just take it easy on the roadways. The roads are wet. There's nothing frozen, but they are wet. We could see some slush spots in the morning, but that's not all that likely. We're in the 40s here in the metro area. Zooming out to Kentuckiana as a whole, mainly in the 40s, though it is cooler in portions of southern Indiana where the likelihood of snow falling is a little bit higher right now. And here's satellite radar. You can see the blue in southern Indiana that transitions into rainfall for most of Kentucky. We're not expecting, again, any major impacts from this, but we are keeping an eye on it. We will continue to see this mixed precip through the overnight hours. And like I said, Sunday, 4 a.m., that's going to be the warmest portion of the day. The details on this next weather maker coming up in my 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Austin. And new here today at 6:30, a fierce health equity advocate has died. Dr. Kelly McCants died Friday at the age of 50. The cardiologist has worked with Norton Healthcare since 2018. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley shares the impact McCants has had on this community during his time in healthcare.
But when we think about cardiovascular disease, hypertension, diabetes, it disproportionately affects those communities.
Dr. Kelly McCants speaking out for better health for African American and Hispanic communities, a calling that motivated him often in the metro. The 50-year-old cardiologist died on Friday, but impacted many during his time in healthcare. Norton Healthcare says he has been a part of their team for the last 7 years. In that time, he served as the executive director of the newly launched Institute of Health Equity, guiding the organization's efforts to remove barriers to care and creating a blueprint for equitable health access. He helped lay the foundation for the long-awaited West Louisville Hospital. Lyndon Pryor with the Urban League says McCants has been a partner with the organization for years.
What was clear about Dr. McCants was how much he cared about his community and ensuring that everybody had access to quality health care, and that we were looking at health outcomes from every lens possible to ensure that people could be their best selves.
McCants will be missed by coworkers and patients alike. Norton Healthcare says, quote, Dr. McCants' legacy is one of vision, compassion, and impact. A leader who believed that every person deserves a fair chance at health and who worked tirelessly to make that belief a reality. For WHAS 11, I'm Clarice Shaley on your side.
Dr. McCants' family is currently coordinating funeral arrangements, and they do say his activism reached as far as Georgia, saying he was part of a foundation named after his grandmother, the Onather K. Bell Project Incorporated, focused on community health and workforce development. A minor is now in custody in connection with a deadly shooting in the Parkland neighborhood. The shooting happened just after 3 Friday afternoon at a house on Catalpa Street. LMPD says officers found a man with gunshot wounds who died at the scene. The alleged shooter, the minor in custody, is charged with murder, second-degree fleeing or evading police, possession of a handgun by a minor, and carrying a concealed weapon. The investigation is currently still open and active. The Jefferson County coroner will release the victim's identification once his family or their family has been notified. And we're learning more about the National Guard member who was killed in an ambush attack near the White House earlier this week. Army specialist Sarah Beckstrom from West Virginia was just 20 years old. 24-year-old Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, who was also shot, remains in critical condition. On Thanksgiving, President Trump called Beckstrom a highly respected, young, magnificent person. A sidewalk memorial has been set up in honor of the fallen trooper. The suspect, now identified as Raman Ullah Lakan Alwal, is now charged with first-degree murder. He entered the U.S. in 2021 with a special immigrant visa before being granted asylum this year. The CIA said he worked with the U.S. government in Afghanistan during the war there and was highly trained.
They're very heavily screened, as you would imagine, both psychologically, mentally, physically, and they're continuously vetted throughout their time working with the U.S. government. Then there's the additional screening when it comes to special immigrant visas. In order to get that, they go through many steps, many interviews, and of course, background investigation.
The Trump administration says it's halting all asylum decisions in response to the shooting. The State Department has also paused issuing visas for people traveling on Afghan passports. There was a car show today at the Kentucky Expo Center that's benefiting those impacted by the UPS plane crash earlier. Today's airplane disaster victims relief indoor car show showcased around 350 custom cars, Jeeps, trucks, and bikes. All of the proceeds will go toward the Team Kentucky Relief Fund, supporting victims of the plane crash that took 14 lives earlier this month. We spoke to members of the Stir Crazy 4x4 Club who put on today's show.
It's a special thing to be able to help out in situations like that, and knowing that the money is going to go to the victims' families, and nothing makes that go away or can ever replace that. But at least they can have something to help out through the holidays that might make it a little better.
Yeah, it just feels good to be able to do something like this for such a tragic accident, you know. But we was glad to do it and step up for it, and glad it turned out the way it did.
Admission to the car show today was $20, and kids under 12 and first responders got in for free. To stay up to date on our latest coverage of this still developing story, you can visit our website, WHAS11.com, or you can continue watching right here on our WHAS 11 Plus app. Just download on your TV and watch for free.